My name is Kelly Knott. Today I'll be speaking on why people leave the church today. The evangelical church and the Christian world are facing a major crisis in America. Many pastors and church leaders are frustrated because many people are leaving the church in increasing numbers. So 3 questions arise according to this issue. First, why is this happening? Second, what reasons are the people giving that they're leaving the church? And third, what can pastors do to resolve this issue, to resolve this crisis that they're facing today? First, why is this happening to the church? The church in Greek is ecclesia, which means the called out ones. So the church is a body of believers called out from the world to know Christ, serve Christ, grow and love Christ. So according to my research, the 2 largest denominations in the Christian world is, first, as we all know, the Catholic Church. Second, the Southern Baptist Convention. And the fastest growing religions in the world today is, number 1, the Jehovah's Witnesses. Second, the Mormons. And the reason why they're the fastest growing religions, the reason why they're growing so rapidly is because they are quickly mobilizing one another to call out and to seek others to know Christ and their form of teaching. And in the evangelical world, and in these large denominations in the Christian world are not reaching out. The people there are not mobilizing as they used to. And so they are seeing a decline in the church while the others are increasing as they're going door to door, seeking many to be part of their church. So what are the reasons that the members of the existing church that are existing members in the church today are giving why they're leaving the church? So one of the main issues is that their spiritual needs or their needs in general are not being met in the church. One of the main concerns that is alarming to hear is that the members are complaining that they are not being fed spiritually. So they are seeking more in-depth teaching of the Word of God, more practical teaching that they can apply in their lives to see, I guess, a certain change that they are desiring. So they are leaving the church and seeking other places to become members as they would like to be fed according to their needs. Second is that the pastor is operating more as a dictator instead of a shepherd, that they're not being led into the presence of God as they are hoping to. And also they're not being mobilized, they're not being involved they're not being invited to serve in a certain ministry, in a certain department. So many of the church members are leaving in flocks looking for other churches to join so they can serve in the way that they would like to serve Christ in the church. And also a large complaint on that, how many of the churches that they are attending don't have a place for their youth. They don't have a daycare to take their children so they can enjoy the service. And many are leaving the church because they are embarrassed, because their children are crying, because their children are not enjoying the church that they're attending. So what can pastors do to resolve this issue? According to my research and speaking to pastors, one of the main things that a pastor needs to develop is a heart for evangelism, to desire to go out and talk to people and be social, knock on doors, invite them to church, and also have a strong discipline in prayer to intercede for the church, intercede for the members, and intercede for the lost, so that God can open a way so they can reach people and bring them into the church and help develop them as Christ sees fit. And also the pastors need to seek other mentors, seek help outside of their circle, their inner circle. The pastors need to be trained in this area if they are not trained in evangelism, to read up on the issue or read up on this need that the church has, which is evangelism. The pastor needs to be trained by in any special way or form so that he can improve the membership in the church. Also, last but not least, the pastor needs to develop a strategy. As I was talking to one of the members of a church, they said that they used to attend Mormon church, a Mormon church or a Jehovah Witness church, saying that the Jehovah Witnesses and the Mormons would knock on their door, beat on their door, set an appointment so they can come into the house and to teach them the Word of God as they know it until they accept their religion or they reject it. So understanding that the Jehovah Witnesses and the Mormons have developed a strategy to reach people, and they are faithfully trying to capitalize on this strategy to increase the numbers, which we are seeing they are increasing. So the pastor needs to have a heart for worship. He needs to be trained in this area and also develop a strategy that works for him and the church so they can reach more, to call out more from the world to know and grow and love Christ. So in conclusion is that there needs to be an awakening in the church. Many people need to wake up and see that the church has a great need, which is people. So they can reach their potential, and so they can not be frustrated in the church today. Instead, have peace, joy, happiness, knowing that they are progressing, that they are developing, and that they are being productive in the church and for Christ, and to also enhance